Welcome, wanderer. Sit by the fire where the shadows stretch long and the wind carries ancient names. Tonight, we speak of thunder, of a serpent who dared to climb and a storm that answered, of two gods, one from the sky, one from the roots, locked in a battle that shaped the world. This is not just a tale of good and evil, but of balance, motion, and memory. This is the story of Perun and Veles, the storm above and the serpent below. Their eternal duel is the heartbeat of the world. Now listen closely. In the beginning, there was balance. The world had been formed. The sky stretched wide with stars. The earth pulsed with rivers. The underworld slumbered beneath. Each god had their place. Svarog forged the heavens with fire and breath. Mokosh shaped the lands and nurtured the waters, planting seeds in soil and sorrow alike. Rod, having spun the world from silence, now watched from the stillness between stars. At the center of all things stood the world tree, its roots reaching into the underworld, its crown touching the sky, its trunk steady in the heart of the land. Above all stood Perun, Lord of Thunder, guardian of order, born of storm and flame. Below all slithered Veles, the serpent god, keeper of secrets, ruler of roots, and the hidden paths between life and death. The world turned. Seasons passed, stars circled, fire danced, rain fell. But balance, even divine, is never eternal. And Veles was curious. He who lived below longed for what lived above. Veles was not like Perun. Where Perun struck with lightning and stood tall as oak, Veles moved in silence, a shadow beneath bark, a ripple beneath still water. He was change, decay, dream. He slithered through roots and bone, through forgotten thoughts and the breath of dying beasts. He listened to the silence between heartbeat and echo. The underworld was his. He ruled it not with flame, but with memory. But memory grows hungry, and in the hollow of all things, Veles desired more. He gazed upward, past soil, past stone, past the spiraling trunk of the world tree. He envied the light, the power, the motion. He wanted the sky, not to destroy it, but to make it his, to weave the upper world into the pattern of roots below. So he began to climb, not with hands, not with steps, but as mist rising from earth, as serpent winding through bark, as a whisper traveling up the spine of the world. And the world held its breath. At the summit of the sky, where light flows like rivers of fire, grazed the heavenly cow. She was no mere beast. She was the source of abundance, milk for stars, breath for clouds, nourishment for the order of all things. She moved slowly, her hooves leaving trails of gold in the firmament. Her eyes were moons, her horns arched like the crescent sky. And Veles found her. He watched, waited, then struck. He wound around her like fog, soothed her with shadow, and pulled her from the heavens. The sky dimmed. The clouds grew hollow. The stars faltered in their steps. He dragged her downward, through the branches of the world tree, through the canopy of winds, into the world below. With each step, she bled light. With each cry, the sky trembled. And far above, from his throne of storm, Perun opened his eyes. Perun rose. Not like a man wakes from sleep, but like a mountain stirs from the weight of centuries. He did not ask who. He did not ask why. He knew. He saw the path of shadows, the wound in the wind, the theft etched in the stars. His hand closed around his axe, a blade forged from sky fire. its edge sharpened on the silence between thunderclaps. He stepped to the edge of the clouds, and the sky bowed beneath his feet. He raised the axe. He exhaled the storm, and with a cry that split the silence of creation, he hurled the weapon. Lightning tore the heavens. Clouds shattered. The sky itself rang like struck iron. And far below, Veles felt the sky fall toward him. Veles ran, not with legs, but with shape. He became shadow, then wolf, then rain. He slipped between stones, through roots, over rivers. But the storm followed. Perun fell like a hammer behind him, striking earth, air, and water with blinding fury. His axe returned to his hand, again and again, whirling, blazing, roaring. Where Veles passed, he left hunger and stillness. Where Perun followed, he left rivers, thunder, and flame. The world changed beneath their feet. Mountains rose, forests twisted, rain carved valleys into the skin of the earth, and life, hidden in roots and stone, stirred. For from their fury came shape, from their struggle, the pattern. And the heavens watched as the storm chased the serpent through the bones of the world. Finally, in a place where root met rock, Perun struck true. His axe found Veles, and the serpent fell. The cow was freed. She rose back into the sky, her light mending the wounds in the clouds. Rain fell. Crops swelled. The world breathed. And for a time, there was peace. But no god truly dies. Veles sank into the soil, his body becoming mist, his memory retreating into the roots. And Perun watched the sky, knowing it would not be the last time, because the storm always returns, and so does the one who calls it. From their clash, the cycle was born. When Veles rises, the sky grows heavy. When Perun strikes, the earth opens. Spring returns with the cow. Summer blooms beneath thunder. Autumn descends in shadow, and winter whispers with Veles' breath. The world turns, not despite their battle, but because of it. The serpent and the storm, the root and the flame, the rain and the harvest. Not enemies, not brothers, but two truths in one tale. Endless motion, eternal balance. And so, the gods sleep, until the storm wakes again. So when the thunder rolls across your sky, when rain taps gently on your window, and wind howls through the forest like an old chant, remember this story. It is not just a myth. It is a memory, a cycle, a truth wrapped in thunder and root. And if you have heard it to the end, then perhaps it was meant for you. If you enjoyed this tale, like the video and subscribe to hear more forgotten legends from the old gods of Slavic lands and beyond. New stories are always stirring beneath the surface. The next storm is already on its way. Until then, keep your fire lit